Imagine walking into a room and instantly capturing everyone's attention without uttering a word. What if you could leave such a lasting impression that people think about you long after you've left? This isn't about manipulation or pretending to be someone you're not, it's about understanding and leveraging psychological principles to build genuine connections. Chapter 1, Embracing Imperfection, the Power of the Reverse Highlight Effect. Have you ever met someone who seemed perfect in every way, flawless in their achievements, polished in their speech, always composed? Strangely, instead of feeling inspired, you might have felt disconnected. That's the surprising magic of imperfection. In psychology, there's a powerful phenomenon known as the reverse highlight effect, more formally called the pratfall effect. It suggests that people often become more likable when they show small, harmless flaws after they've already established their competence. Why? Because perfection can be intimidating. Imperfections, on the other hand, humanize us. They bridge the emotional gap and make us more relatable, approachable, and real. In a world where social media often portrays idealized versions of life, the courage to admit mistakes or share vulnerable moments is like a breath of fresh air. It builds trust, not weakness. Personal insight: I used to think that the best way to earn respect and likability was by always presenting my best self, highlighting successes, keeping my tone professional, and hiding anything that might appear as a shortcoming. But everything changed during one particular team meeting. While discussing a group challenge, I opened up about a time I made a costly error in a previous project. I expected embarrassment or judgment. Instead, something incredible happened. My team responded with understanding, laughter, and even shared their own stories. That moment didn't weaken my image, it strengthened it. We connected more deeply, and a stronger sense of camaraderie was formed. So, the next time you're tempted to hide a small mistake or downplay an awkward moment, consider this: your imperfections might be the very thing that makes people love you more. Vulnerability, when expressed with confidence, is a silent superpower. Example: during a job interview, instead of solely highlighting achievements, mentioning a challenge you overcame can make you appear more relatable and resilient. Chapter 2, Building Rapport, the Mirror and Delay Technique. Have you ever met someone for the first time and, within minutes, felt like you'd known them forever? That instant connection where conversations flow effortlessly and both parties feel truly understood isn't just chemistry. It's often the result of subtle psychological techniques, and one of the most powerful among them is what I like to call the mirror and delay technique. This technique isn't about manipulation, it's about connection. It works because humans are naturally drawn to familiarity. We feel closer to people who reflect our energy, our tone, our body language. But the key here is subtlety. Too much mirroring feels fake. Too little, and you miss the magic. The sweet spot. Observing carefully first, then gently aligning with their rhythm. Here's the secret: don't just jump in and copy what the other person is doing. Start by listening. Watch how they sit, how they speak, and the emotional energy they give off. Then, after a few moments, match their tone or pace, but in your own natural way. And when they express something meaningful, don't respond right away. Let it breathe. A short pause, just 5 to 10 seconds, can completely change the emotional impact. When you reflect their feelings after that pause, it lands with surprising depth. Personal insight: I've seen this firsthand. In casual chats or serious conversations, I've found that mirroring someone's posture or tone paired with a moment of thoughtful silence almost always deepens the connection. It makes people feel seen, heard, and safe. And that's rare. So next time you're talking with someone, try it. Mirror them gently. Pause before you respond. You'll be amazed at how quickly walls come down and how powerful that unspoken bond can become. Example, when meeting someone new, matching their energy level and allowing brief silences can create a comfortable atmosphere, encouraging openness. Chapter 3, The Allure of Absence, Understanding Controlled Withdrawal. Have you ever missed someone more simply because they weren't around? Or felt a stronger pull towards something just because it wasn't instantly available? That magnetic feeling, that spark of curiosity and craving, often has less to do with the thing itself, and more to do with its absence. This is the quiet power of controlled withdrawal, and it's one of the most underrated psychological forces in human connection. In a world saturated with constant noise, instant replies, and 24/7 availability, scarcity has become seductive. When you're always present, always responding, always showing up, you can unintentionally become background noise. Predictability, while comforting, can slowly dull the edges of curiosity. But when you step back intentionally, you create a vacuum. A space for people to wonder, reflect, and feel your absence. Personal insight: I experienced this firsthand when I decided to take a short break from social media. At first, I worried that stepping away would cause me to fade from relevance. But the opposite happened. When I returned, I noticed something surprising: more comments, more messages, and an unexpected spike in engagement. People had taken notice of my absence, and in a way, that space made my presence feel fresh and intriguing again. This isn't about playing games or ghosting people. It's about being strategic with your presence, knowing when to lean in, and when to pull back. That space you create, it gives others the chance to miss you, to remember your value, and to desire your return. So don't be afraid to disappear now and then. Silence, used wisely, can speak volumes. Example, in relationships, occasionally spending time apart can strengthen bonds, as it allows individuals to appreciate each other's presence more deeply. Chapter 4, Creating Lasting Impressions, The Art of Subconscious Anchoring. Have you ever heard a specific phrase, smelled a familiar scent, or heard a song and instantly thought of someone? That's not a coincidence. That's the mind's incredible ability to form subconscious associations. And if used with intention, this subtle psychological tool can make your presence unforgettable. This is the art of subconscious anchoring, a powerful way to leave emotional imprints on people's minds without them even realizing it. Think about it like this: your words, your tone, even your gestures, they all leave behind traces. And when repeated consistently in positive moments, those traces become emotional anchors. Anchors that, over time, link you to a particular feeling, memory, or mindset. It's not manipulation, it's resonance. You're creating a mental shortcut in someone's brain, connecting your presence to warmth, excitement, or calm. Personal insight: I once made it a habit to greet my colleagues each morning with the same unique phrase, always paired with a genuine smile and high energy. I didn't think much of it at first. But a few weeks later, I noticed something remarkable. People started saying it back to me, smiling the moment they heard it. That phrase had become more than just a greeting. It had turned into a symbol of positivity. Even on days when I wasn't feeling 100%, just saying the phrase lifted the mood for me and everyone around me. That's the secret power of anchoring. It's not about being loud or flashy. It's about consistency, emotion, and intention. Whether it's a phrase, a gesture, or a way of making people feel, make it yours. Repeat it with authenticity. Over time, you won't just be remembered, you'll be felt. Example, A teacher who starts each class with a specific motivational quote can instill a sense of anticipation and positivity in students. Chapter 5, Envisioning Together, the Impact of Future Pacing. Have you ever noticed how powerful it is when someone includes you in their vision of the future? That's the essence of future pacing, a subtle yet effective technique that involves painting a picture of shared success and forward momentum. It's more than just wishful thinking. It's about inviting others to mentally step into a future where collaboration is already thriving and goals are being achieved together. When we begin a conversation with a client or colleague by not only addressing the present but also imagining what we could build together down the line, something powerful happens. It creates alignment. It transforms the relationship from transactional to aspirational. Personal insight: in my own experience, discussing potential future projects long before contracts are signed or plans are finalized has always strengthened professional bonds. By simply saying, "Imagine what we could create 6 months from now," or "Once we get through this phase, we'll be able to expand into even bigger opportunities," I've seen clients light up. It's as if we're already partners, working side by side toward a shared dream. Future pacing isn't just about optimism, it's about building trust, shared ownership, and a mutual sense of purpose. Example: in a romantic context, talking about potential future vacations can deepen the emotional connection between partners. Conclusion: mastering these psychological techniques isn't about deceit, it's about enhancing authenticity and fostering genuine relationships. By understanding and applying these principles thoughtfully, you can create meaningful connections that leave lasting impressions.